We have some special people in the house. They are getting prepared. They're going to be playing live for you any moment. Teacup Gin. They're going to be playing on Thursday at the HAW RIVER BALLROOM for my Funny Valentine with a whole lot of other great musicians, DEXTER ROMWEBER, SIDECAR Social Club, and some comedy with CHUCKLE and CHORTLE featuring Michelle. What is her last name? Maclay, thank you. And we're going to start out with some recordings of Teacup Gin, first with a memory off their debut album, Underground Love.
Your lips forever taunting me, your kiss so divine. Much more than the ocean waves crashing endlessly mark the time since you died. Your face forever forever haunting.
All right, that was Teacup Gin and the lovely Christy Benson on lead vocals. Just sounded so beautiful. And they're here with us live. And that was Memory, one of the finer songs on your album. I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it fit perfectly for my theme today. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. You must be a little kinky.
You can't believe it.
That's part of the theme of today is My Kinky Valentine.
Oh, My Kinky Valentine.
Yes, I've got some
So we're doing
interesting-
the My Kinky Funny Valentine.
on Thursday.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeedy.
Tell us all about it.
Wow, this is going to be a crazy, crazy fun time. We are so grateful to the HAW River Ballroom for having us out and excited to be working with DEXTER ROMWEBER. He is he's one of my heroes in music, has been a mentor of our band since the beginning. He's just been an inspiration to us in some ways, challenging us to do really cool, funky stuff, to write our own stuff. And so I'm really excited that whenever we have the chance to play with him. And what a lot of people know Dexter for is, that really kind of rockabilly driving kind of sound.
Right. Yes.
And he's so good at that, but he is such a balladeer. Like when I think of Dex, I think of a lot of the ballads that he writes and plays and performs. And so it'll be perfect for a My Funny Valentine.
I
We're
agree.
trying to sort of cover all the bases of all the different ways we think about love. Because love is just one of those words that is literally undefinable. Because there's just so many dimensions to it. Some very painful, some hilarious, some kinky.
Yeah, I like kinky.
Some, some heart-wrenching, and some just fun. So we were trying to choose a set of bands that could cover the waterfront, so to speak. And
I think you did a really good job then. 'Cause
I don't know if you know SIDECAR Social Club. They are awesome as well.
I didn't know until I saw the things on Facebook about the gig, and I immediately went to YouTube and checked everything out, checked out their website, and I was like, oh yeah, these guys are good.
They have an intensity and energy, a fun way of interacting with the audience. And they do a lot of, old school, but I think when they do covers, they seem to pick a really cool eclectic mix of old school covers. And I think they have a new CD out now, so it'll be good timing for them
Nice.
to get over to HAW River Ballroom, because most people that I know have seen them play in Raleigh. So we're trying to pull them over this way and get them.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
And I
gonna be
hope
a
she wears
blast.
that on her on the website of theirs.
Yeah, Lisa and her
Yes.
crazy hat. I love it.
I hope she wears that.
That's a little kinky, that hat. So
I
that might
know.
fit with your Kinky Valentine theme.
I have a couple kinky hats. Maybe I'll come wearing one.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. I'll look forward to that. I want a picture of me between you and Lisa and your kinky hat.
Oh, that would be awesome. What are we going to play first?
Well, we had this new CD. You just played Memory from it, that we were so excited to produce last year with Jerry Brown over at Rubber Room Studios, and it came out towards the end of last year. And it's called Underground Love. So we thought, well, why not start off a kinky Valentine radio show with some sort of underground love. So
Love
we
it.
thought we might play you the title track.
Nice.
What do you think?
I think it's awesome. Go for it.
Can't stand living in my underground love. Can't see the sun and sky above. Always teasing drives me mad. Never pleasing hurts so bad. I can't stand living in my underground love. My love, deeper than you'll ever know. Your love tortures me so slow, like a winter storm that'll freeze me blind. Seduce
my soul and seize my mind. I can't stand living in my underground love. I'll be high as high can be when you touch so tenderly. I'll surrender easily when your kisses blanket me. Dawn arises, night expires, dousing water on our fires, suffocating our desires, turns us into living liars. One day I dream you'll set me free. We'll be together in eternity. But the key to saving me, lost forever in a foreign sea. I can't stand living in my underground love. I'll be high as high can be when you touch so tenderly. I'll surrender easily when your kisses blanket me. Dawn arises, night expires, dousing water on our fires, suffocating our desires, turns us into living liars. One day I dream you'll set me free. We'll be together in eternity. But the key to saving me, lost forever in a foreign sea. I can't stand living in my underground love. Can't stand living in my underground love. Can't stand living in my underground love.
All right. That was awesome.
Craziness. Craziness.
That is craziness.
Can you tell I've got the crud in my throat?
But she still sounds
But that's all right.
amazing.
That's all right. I might just have to break into some Kim Carnes, Betty Davis eyes or something
exactly.
crazy.
It just puts in that little more sex
Or
edge
pour
to
some
it. I love
bourbon
it.
down my throat. I don't know if that's allowed here at the WCOM.
Unfortunately, it's not. But, after 3 o'clock, there's just a few establishments
There
around
you go.
here.
I happen to know a couple of them quite well.
Yes. And I believe I failed to introduce everybody in the band. I apologize so much. Of course, Christy Benson, vocals. We got John Klowski right here on guitar, Mike Reed on guitar, and Tim McElroy on the drums.
John, Mike, and Slimbo.
Yeah, thank you.
My musical heroes.
How long have you guys been playing together now?
Lord, our first gig was Carrboro Music Festival, the first time we ever played together 2 years ago. So a little over 2 years, yeah. And
I've only been around for about a year now.
I'm sorry, what was...
I've only been around a little over a year now.
Okay, so you're the new kid on the block.
Well, no, we actually have a new bass player.
yeah, we got to give
really?
a shout out to Mr. Doug Van Cannon, who couldn't be here.
Oh, wow.
But he's with us in spirit, if not
And we'll see him on Thursday
baseness.
night?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
You wouldn't miss it.
I look forward to that. Tell us a little bit about, I already know, but the audience of Carrboro, Chapel Hill, and beyond do not know the history of Teacup Gin. Tell us a little bit how it all began.
Oh, man, I'm going to kick that one over to our fearless leading founder, John Klanowski, who knows well the history of this band, and he's the one that came up with the name of it and all that jazz.
Yeah, we actually started out focused more on covers and doing music from like 1920s and 30s jazz. And the idea was I wanted to present it as the show after the show. Like in the 1920s and 30s, you'd get these big jazz band playing these halls, but you always figured after they were done, they would probably gather at somebody's house or somebody's parlor. I always called it parlor music, and just sit around and play. I mean, so the focus of the band was recreating that type of feel. And then when Christy joined us, and she said, well, we should be writing stuff like this. And I'd had a couple ideas in my mind. I said, yeah, I'd love to start doing that again, because I'd been in a different band where we had been writing our own material, but that band had folded. So that process had stopped, and I missed it a lot. So we concentrated and went into a very, very intense songwriting period in like January of 2013 of just churning out song after song after song. And then by the end of 2013, we were in the studio with Jerry Brown at the Rubber Room, and cutting the tracks for this new CD.
Oh yeah, and that tune memory or that you just played. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite all-time songs. God,
it's really
great
good
song. It's got that tango feel. Didn't we use Jerry Brown's magical archtop on that song? Am I mistaken?
Yes, I was. Jerry had this. It was a Kalamazoo guitar from like 1920 or 30 or something like that. The guitar itself was from then, and it had this incredible tone that was almost, I would say, like halfway between a nylon string classical and steel string guitar. It was like kind of in between the two. But it gave it a very old-time feel to it, and I had
not to mention how well you played it, my dear.
Thank you. I'd cut some leads just on my guitar, and Jerry broke that one out and said, "Here, try it on this one," and just loved the sound of that guitar for that song. So that was a lot of fun.
How long was the recording process?
We were in the studio about 4 or 5 days, 4.5 days. We were there to cut the tracks, and then I would. We would set up some time later with Jerry to do the mixing, and we would get 2 or 3 days here and there, which was actually, I kind of liked doing it that way because we had time in between then to go back and listen again.
Sure, of course.
And these songs, it's like when you're mixing your own songs, you're never happy with it. It's like one of these things you could spend your entire life mixing a single album
that
with the songs, because you're always there's
true.
always something you want to change. But I actually think it helps to just walk away for a while. Put it on the shelf for a week or two, and then listen to it again, because some of the things that were bothering you've forgotten about.
It heals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pass you.
I like
by
how
then.
you put that. That was Mike Reed. Well, out of that recording process and the mixing, what was your favorite and standout from all the mixes?
Oh, on the you mean tracks on
Yeah,
the album?
yeah.
I don't know. Let's. We should all answer that question.
A little band poll.
I'm a big fan of the last track, which is Lush Life,
Okay,
but that's just me.
that's what Slimbo says.
Yeah.
Well,
Lush Life for him.
That's a very big compliment, because actually we don't have drums on that track.
No, I know.
Oh, I like that.
I take that as a huge
Love
compliment.
that.
It's a great version of a wonderful song.
What's your choice, Christy?
That's like asking me to choose from my children. I mean, how do you choose a favorite child? Yeah, I can't possibly do it. I could talk in terms of strengths and weaknesses of different tracks or whatever, or what I love the most about different ones. But I don't know if if I was really my arm twisted and I had to pick one.
It's Twisted.
I really do love Memory, the one that you just
Yeah,
played.
that is a goodie.
It is a gorgeous song. It is an emotionally intense song. It has this level of intensity, but it also has such a wonderful, I just love the rhythm and the way the melody and the rhythm come together in such a beautiful way to express the deeper theme of the song. It's just, as a composition, it just works all the way around.
And you guys work really well together. You sound good together. You play good together. I think you should. You are great. I think you should play something then.
Oh, wait. I want to hear Mike's choice.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get to hear Mike.
Mike's just over there being. Speak up.
I like Lost with You. It's light. It's fun. It's an uplifting love song. It's lighthearted, airy, kind of fun.
And appropriate for Valentine's.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not letting you off the hook. What's John's favorite?
Oh, I'd have to go with Memory as well. That song was very special to me. Actually, the inspiration for that song originally came from the shootings in Newtown.
Really?
Yeah, and it was, as I was listening to the news reports and just thinking, my God, those parents, what they were going through, how hard that would be, and so as the song came out, it was like a series of just images of all the things that people love in life.
Yeah, that was a very intense time. I remember when I was watching that too. I just started texting anybody I care about and said I'd let them all know that I love them. I could not imagine what those people were going through. It was horrible. That's an intense song. It's more intense than I thought it was.
Well, yeah, and one of the things I really like about that song is the fact that the title gives a hint of what's going on in the song. But as you listen to the first verse, it's about imagery that you don't realize, until you're heading into the bridge, that it's all past.
Yeah.
It's all memories. It's nothing in the present anymore. And so the intensity of that shift in the song, I was just very happy with the way that came out.
I'm a little verklempt right now. Sorry.
But anyway, I do like Mike's suggestion because we should do something uplifting here. So let's play another one and do Lost With You.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Teacup Jim with Lost With You.
I wanna get lost with you. Let our boat capsize. Go dive for pearls in the pools of your eyes. An uncharted shore in the deep blue sea. We'll swim in our new tornado spree. If I wander the desert sands 40 days and nights, would I find you at last in the city of lights? We're two of a kind in a warm embrace, lost together without a trace. Oh, now lost with you, I'm finally home. A meeting of mind, body and soul. Without your love I'm lost in vain. Drops of anguish and endless rain. So let me get lost with you, and we'll paint the town a star-crossed heart in a silken gown. We'll lose ourselves in familiar songs, find we're back where we belong. Oh, now lost with you, I'm finally whole. A meeting of mind, body and soul. Without your love, I'm lost in vain. Drops of anguish in endless rain. So let me get lost with you, and we'll paint the town a star-crossed heart in a silken gown. We'll lose ourselves in familiar songs, find we're back where we belong. I wanna get lost with you, I wanna get lost with you, I wanna get lost with you, I wanna get lost.
Oh, yes. Lovely, lovely.
Oh, yes, let's get lost.
I've been trying to do that for years.
Me too. Somebody tell me how I can live out that song.
So let's give Carrboro, Chapel Hill, and beyond a little information that you're listening to WCOM LP, Chapel Hill and Carrboro. And this is Teacup Gin Live on Play by Ear with DJ Aurora. And they're here because they have a special event coming up on Thursday the 12th. In case you're just tuning in, there is a Valentine show at the HAW River Ballroom.
Yeah, and this ain't any old
No,
Valentine
it isn't.
show.
Tell
it's
us.
My Funny Valentine extravaganza. Right?
Yes.
And so the idea is to run the gambit of every single type of love you can imagine. The funny kind, the tragic kind, the kinky kind, as your show likes to point out. But the Funny Valentine, of course, is an allusion to the classic love tune, My Funny Valentine.
Yes.
Because both Teacup Gin and SIDECAR Social Club do a lot of old school, early 20th century jazz music. So that's kind of our bailiwick. But also, because we have directly involved as MCs the amazing Chuckle and Chortle comedy group. So Michelle Maclay is coming to MC, and she's bringing along John Sideris and Julia McClung.
That's going to be fun.
And it's going to be off the hook. I'm not kidding you. It's going to be really off the hook. You guys, we're going to have VIP seating in front of the stage. So there will be only 20 tickets available. And this is where I really have to kudos the Eddie Pub, and the management and the executive chef of the Eddie Pub have arranged an incredibly special VIP dinner for only 20 people. So the first 20 people that buy the VIP tickets get to sit on the mezzanine overlooking the ballroom from 6 to 7 p.m., where they will be served a 3-course gourmet locavore meal from the Eddie Pub, appetizer, entree, and dessert.
That's lovely.
They are seated immediately with a glass of very nice Prosecco, and then a couple of glasses of either nice wine or craft beer are included with all that, and that's only $50. So I don't think you can pass that
awesome.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
a nice way to
you
spend
might
a
want to grab
Valentine's.
those tickets by going to the HAW River Ballroom website now.
Go, people. Listen
Go
to
there
Christy.
now.
She
Don't
knows what
pass
she's
go,
saying.
because there might only be 5 or 10 of those tickets left. I'm not even sure if
Oh,
there's
really?
any left. And then part of the reason that Eddie and the HAW River Ballroom, Heather and Tommy from HAW River Ballroom, have been so wonderful in helping us set this up is that it's also doubles as a fundraiser for the Haw Bridge School, which is right there in Saxapahaw, and their mission specifically of environmental sustainability education initiatives. So a portion of the ticket proceeds and a portion of that, those VIP tickets will also go to help them fund some of their environmental sustainability.
That's great. You can have a good time
educational
and know that
programs.
you're doing something good for your community.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to see a lot of those Haw Bridge parents and teachers and family members coming out for the show too.
She's putting that shout out. So now now the pressure's on, the guilt's on. You have to go get those tickets.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
the VIPs they'll then move from the mezzanine down to the tables right in front of the stage, which will be great because then Michelle and Julia and John Sideris, the comedians, you'll be sitting right in the front row spot for getting kind of involved in some of the improv that they're doing. So it'll be fun. They won't pick on anyone too mercilessly. They'll just involve them in the improv, I hope.
Is there going to be any crossover of the music? You and Dex or the Sidecar Social Club? Are you guys going to intermingle?
That's a great question. There might be a surprise song or maybe a surprise song or two. We're still working that out. We like to kind of keep that spontaneous because those things are always more fun when it kind of happens in spontaneous motion.
I tried to get it out of her, but we'll see. I love surprises.
It depends on, how the musicians are all feeling, but it would be a lot of fun because there's an amazing pool of talent amongst those three bands.
Yes.
And I would love to see some crossover. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think you guys should play another song. That's for more awesomeness.
So what other kinds of love do we write about or play in our shows?
Let's do One More Night. This is a song. It was actually inspired by a piece of literature, Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh, one of the greatest love stories of all time.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Francophile, as I lived in France for a while, and I always loved seeing Cyrano de Bergerac performed. And it's a great story, and this is a song that came out of that.
Endless nights of love concealed, wondrous night of love revealed, a play of passion and romance, inspiration at a glance, but star-crossed lovers never take the chance. Prophets' words of joy and pain, tenderness of love in vain, longing vines over the wall will keep that love safe from a fall, 'cause star-crossed lovers care for one and all. Rather than the ear, believe in love when spoken to. Follow where he beckons you. In love's kiss we'll find the fragrance of our mind. One more night to share a song. One more day of longing gone. One more dance around the bar. A warm embrace beneath the stars. And star-crossed lovers always kept apart. speaks through music. With our hearts we hear a secret whispered to the lips rather than the ear. Believe in love when spoken to, and follow where he beckons you. In love's kiss we'll find the fragrance of our minds. One more night to share a song. One more day of longing gone. One more dance around the bar, a warm embrace beneath the stars, and star-crossed lovers always kept apart. One more night, oh, one more night. One more night, oh, one more night. One more night, oh, one more night. All right, one more night.
Nice.
That one's new enough original, it didn't even make it on the last CD.
Really?
The next CD to come.
For someone who's got a little bit of a cold, you sound really, really good.
Yeah, I feel like I hit these moments where the frog creeps up in my throat, but it's all good.
And what was the title of that song one more time?
One More Night.
One More Night. And how do you come up with the titles for your songs?
It's not very scientific.
But it could be, is it a group effort or does it just come naturally to...
Whoever initiates the song, I guess, gets to name it. I tend to try to use very short titles, as you may have noticed on the album. I'm a believer in anything that can be said with one word rather than 10 words. Then
The
you just
KISS
use
principle.
one.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Is it like the writing process at all for you? Or do you have to get the title first or already have the song crafted?
Oh, the title's definitely probably the last thing that goes on. I usually write the music first, actually, and get a melody in my head, and then wait for some inspiration for the lyrics to come, which sometimes can take a while. There's a couple of songs we've got in the wings that have some great melody lines, but no words yet.
We got songs with words and no melody lines.
So you are working on a new album.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought I saw something
That creative
pass by.
process has to, be constant.
Yeah,
Keep
I
the
agree.
energy.
And is there any focus of a certain kind of music, or is it going to be more eclectic, more to the standards, if you will?
Oh, I don't know what you guys think. One of the things I love and adore about that last CD is the variation. I mean, we really tried to pick and write and choose what to go on the CD so that it wouldn't all sound the same.
Right.
And it's exciting when you can draw from so many different genres for your inspiration. Then why not make a CD have lots of
Exactly.
moods and lots of sounds and lots of images?
For this, for the Valentine show, when you guys played at the benefit in November, you kind of went a little different direction and were a little more edgier, a little more rock and roll. Are you going to be kind of conforming something like that for your show this Thursday, or do you do that for a lot of your shows?
That was special for you.
Aw,
That was
thank
extra,
you.
extra
Ah,
special.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But since it's Valentine's, that's the reason it popped in my head. That
Yeah,
maybe
well,
would.
we always, we really try to reach out to the audience and kind of draw them in. So we always try to blend something into every show where we're trying to involve audience members and reach either a level of intensity or, I don't know, literally reach out to people and kind of sing to them or...
in one way or another, show the audience, we will not be denied, we will not be ignored. Listen up, we're right here in your face.
It's very true. I've seen these guys several times, and Christy's very good at getting out there and singing to you.
It might be difficult at the HAW River because of the height of the stage.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure.
you don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's
could be
why
dangerous.
we need everybody who's hearing this to go buy their ticket and get in there so that we'll have enough mass of people to do some stage diving.
Yeah, so I was wondering.
Yeah,
Valentine's
exactly.
stage diving.
Exactly.
Or get a parachute.
Yeah. That's an idea.
We definitely tailor our set list according to like the venue and the type of crowd we think we're going to get. And so when we were doing the show in November, we definitely had it in mind to keep it a little more rock. And there's other times where we'll be playing more, very soft sets for cocktail hours at events or restaurants, having us kind of as a more of a background ambience.
Yeah, I remember,
music.
last year the Chapel Hill Chamber of Commerce and Franklin Hotel invited us to do a huge fundraiser with them that had a casino Las Vegas theme.
That's fun.
And that was hilarious. We were doing all this old school, Mac the Knife and, and then the Elvis impersonator showed up and he had this like karaoke track he was going to sing to. And we were
wow.
No, we're not letting you sing to a karaoke track. If you want to sing, we'll be your backing band. So literally on the fly with absolutely zero planning or rehearsal, these guys just started cranking up on Elvis songs and I sang back up with them and it was hilarious.
I'm so sorry I missed that. That sounds fun.
It was really fun. It was very much on the fly and very fitting, very in theme with the Vegas sensibility.
And that's another reason to make sure you try to check out Teacup Gin this Thursday because you just never know what you're going to get.
You never know.
But you're going to have a good time.
No doubt.
Let's have some more fun with another song.
I don't know. Mike Reed, what do you want to pick? You've been so quiet sitting here.
Well, let's see. Picked a good one there.
That's true. You did pick a good one.
Lush Life?
That one requires drinking at least half a bottle of bourbon before I begin singing. And since that's not allowed in the studio.
We need to have the bass to do that song justice.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that one
Yeah,
we
we don't have
really
a
do
bass
need
player here.
Mr. Doug here on the bass.
But you know what? What we could do is, along those same lines, let's do Caravan.
That is one of my favorites actually on that album too.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it is a mysteriously sort of kinky, it's exotic at least, an exotic sort of love song about falling in love on a ride through the desert.
That could be kinky.
That could be kinky. Falling in love on the back of a camel?
Absolutely. That's a good kind of kink.
I'm not going to say anything.
Night and stars above that shine so bright, the mystery of their fading light that shines upon our caravan. Sleep upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand so I may keep this memory of our caravan. This is so exciting. You are so inviting, resting in my arms as I thrill to the magic charms of you. Beside me here beneath the blue, my dream of love is coming true. Here in our desert caravan.
night and stars above that shine so bright, the mystery of their fading light that shines upon our caravan. Sleep upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand so I may keep this memory of our caravan. This is so exciting. You are so inviting, resting in my arms as I thrill to the magic charms of you beside me here beneath the blue. My dream of love is coming true here in our desert caravan.
Woohoo!
All right, a perfect way to get people to caravan on out to the Saxapahaw.
HAW River Ballroom, if you will. It's going to be so much fun. You don't want to miss it. How can people find out more information on the interwebs?
Ooh, Facebook is a great way to find out lots and lots of info, but also
Yes.
the HAW River Ballroom webpage,
Which is
hawriverballroom.com.
Yes.
Yeah, just go there, and it's like one of the first links on the top right of the page. There's our poster, My Funny Valentine. Click on that, and you can buy your VIP
Which is
ticket before it
fabulous,
runs
that
out.
poster, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we always have fun making those.
Yes, you do. You make good ones. I like the one you made earlier, that you sent me earlier.
Yes, so we made, to celebrate our appearance on your show today, we made you a very special poster. It's our little
loved
way
it.
of saying thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And it's put out to everyone what your information is on the interwebs for Teacup Gin.
Oh, yeah, we're easy. teacupgin.com.
.com.
That's real easy. And then at the very top of our website are links to tweet us, to Facebook us, to click on CD Baby or iTunes and listen to our CD, download our CD.
Do it.
Buy our CD. We love it when people do that. But really, what helps us more than anything as far as getting lots of good bookings is the more likes we have, the more people want to book us. So if people like what you've heard on the radio today, please do just click that like button. It helps us.
DJ Aurora has liked them on Facebook. I like them in real time as well. They're awesome musicians. Great to have you here again. Christy, John, Mike, and Tim, thank you for coming on WCOM and Play by Ear with DJ Aurora. And you know you're welcome anytime.
Oh, you are sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And likewise, and we are really big on community causes. So whenever
Yes.
you need us, just call on us and we will be there. We're at Shikori coming up and we're
I
doing
saw that.
a
Congratulations.
fundraiser
That's
for
great.
Meals for Wheels over at the Durham Farmers Market. And yeah, we've got the pre-Shikori preview show with Bulltown Strutters at the local 506,
Yeah.
which is going to be a blast.
When
let
is
me
that?
tell you. That's on March 18th.
Oh, do not miss that one.
And that's
going to
be fun because we are going to have a parade down Franklin Street with all of the musicians.
Oh.
It's going to be really
can't
fun.
wait.
It'll be kind of like, I don't know if you remember that Woody Allen movie where he plays the cello in the marching band. And so every 10 feet he has to pick up his chair and move it along and then play some more cello and then pick up his chair and move it along.
Oh, wow.
It could end up like that. It's going to be so crazy at 506. We're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
be there
marching and on the loose with March Madness. So that's
going
what the
to be
March and
there.
March Madness means.
I'm going to be there with my camera and making sure I'm getting really awesome pictures of you
Yes,
guys.
and Bulltown Strutters are really, really fun. I
They're
don't know
so
if
much
you've seen
fun.
them, but
I have seen them. And I know a couple people involved with them,
Awesome.
actually. Yeah, so I will be checking that out, too. And don't forget to check out My Funny Valentine with Teacup Gin, DEXTER ROMWEBER, SIDECAR Social Club, CHUCKLE and CHORTLE Comedy with Michelle Maclay this Thursday, the 12th of what month is this? February for Valentine's. You don't want to miss it. For more information, check out hawriverballroom.com. And I want to say thank you again for Teacup Gin to be on Playboy.
you are having a
Playboy.
kinky Valentine's,
I am.
aren't you?
Oh my goodness. So we're going to go on next to listen to some Dave Rose and his orchestra. Thanks again, guys.
Love you, Aurora. Thanks for
Love
having
you.
us.
Bye.